Hyphlodeus wishes to discuss plans for the remainder of your visit. Where to now? If there is anywhere you would like to visit before we leave, I should be glad to show you the way. Hermes has not yet outright refused his position with the convocations, merely postponed the decision. As such, I may as well resume my assessment. If we cannot accompany him, then I will content myself with questioning his colleagues. Ever the pragmatist, then allow me to remain your humble guide. And what about you, Dragonfairy? Will you continue along with us? Wonderful. Our French fellowship travels on unbroken. I say we explore another part of Elpis and see what new encounters there are to be had. If you would follow me, we will first head back towards Negnoris. I always have so trouble on these names. Okay, so back over there. It might be quicker to... There. Okay. There they are, waiting for me. I like how accommodating they are being, even though they have no clue who I am. From here, we follow the path northwards to Nautonus. There we will find one of the teleporters, which facilitates travel between the islands of Elpis. First time traveling must be accompanied by someone with the requisite permission, which I have previously been granted. We only need use the device together once, and henceforth you will have leave to use it freely. Shall we? Sweet. Yes, I want to go up there and other places. I still got Aether Currents to find. Plus I want to see the beautiful sights of the rest of the area. Okay, here we are. Teleporting device. Take me to your leader. Here we are, Nautonus. This teleporter will take us to the Calimelius Zephyros, the western island. That is right, right there, looming large over us. Step this way and we can soon admire the view from above. Teleporter.
I present to you Calimelios Zephyros. Here you will find a number of testing facilities, as well as the observation hub of Poiton Oikos.
Poiton Oikos, okay.
Right then. Let's begin by...
What do you see? Show us. Spriggan!
Well, well. An Arrayus. How delightful.
Oreos. Hi, Oreo. What do you got for me? So excited. God, I love this thing. Uh-oh.
And what,
Man
pray
shark.
tell, is that?
What do they call it? Killer Shark in the DC universe, right? Is it Killer Shark?
King Shark.
King Shark,
King
yes.
shark. It's killer whale and king.
Ah, that's a new species of shark. We approved the concept but a few days ago.
Well, at least they still call it a shark.
Sharks are among the most popular sea creatures. Rare is the day when someone does not submit a new concept.
Not in this world, I don't think. We always run in fear from sharks.
At first, they were largely orthodox, consideration given to such things as size and environmental impact. And then a whimsical someone thought to bestow it with flight. Another, superior intelligence. And then the floodgates burst. Concepts with multiple heads, or arms arms and legs, and so on and so forth. It was getting absurd. A part of me wanted to tell them to go away and find something else to create, but in the end, I couldn't deny their passion. And here we are.
Whoa, what was that? Knocked it out. What is it? Come on, I want to see this new person. Is it a Zem?
That was too close. Are you unharmed?
It's Heidelin, which is IK, I'm pretty sure a Zem. Come on, say it.
Well now, if it isn't a pair of familiar faces.
Wrong.
Nope, it's
Banar, that we should meet.
But no, oh my god, you kidding me? Heidelin, aka Vana. Wow.
As I mentioned earlier, the better part of the convocation holds that when we retire is when we return to the star. Well, she is not among said majority. Even after stepping down, she carries on with her work.
Stepping down, what part did she play?
Vanar is her name, and she is the previous as...
Ah! I was right. I wasn't wrong. Azam is the seat.
But she's no longer a Zem, though.
But still, I wasn't wrong. Because that's who they were talking about.
It has been a while, Hythlodaeus. You look well. Less so, Emmet Selk. I dare say the lines upon your brow have both deepened and doubled in number. A shame for one so young. You must make an effort to frown less often.
Oh, wow. Just being trolled right off the bat.
Easier said than done, thanks to your unruly successor.
Oh, why?
How is she, if I may ask?
Incorrigible as ever. Rushed headlong into a volcano on the brink of eruption just the other day. I should be glad to share the tale in its entirety later, if you're so inclined.
Oh, you know I am. Now then, you are? I say, have you perchance come from the future?
Wow.
I do not believe we have ever met, yet I sense my magic upon you. Therefore, if I
Yep,
wove
not an
the
idiot, that one.
enchantment, I could only have done so at a later point in time.
Wow.
What manner of magic is this, if I may ask?
A traveler's ward, of course. It prevents the corruption of one's ether.
That's rather sounds like the blessing of light. And does it protect you from enthrallment by primals by any chance? Oh, two good choices. Let's try that second one. I want to hear the answer on that one. Does it protect you from enthrallments by primals by any chance? Just to see what their response is.
Primals, you say? But I'm not familiar with such beings. But if they enthrall by warping the balance of ether, then yes, the magic would afford you a measure of protection. I gather from your question that you are not ignorant to its presence.
Hold on. From the future? That's absurd.
Well, the cat's out of the bag, so you might as well tell them the whole story.
What is it? Are you unable to speak of the matter?
Aw.
The reality to which you must return exists as a result of the final days. You cannot reshape the past to undo the tragedies of the present.
So, your actions here will not change your history, but they may yet affect the course of ours. How very exciting. I'm quite fond of delving into the unknown, and there's naught more unknown than the future. Until a moment finally arrives, we cannot know for certain what will come to pass, regardless of our supposed foreknowledge, so you needn't worry for us. More importantly, that you should go to such great lengths as to travel unto the past bespeaks the gravity of your quest. Will you not reveal it to us? Mayhap we can be of aid to your cause.
If this is true, then you've been keeping quite the secret to yourself. As a representative of the Convocation, I will hear it all. Your identity, purpose, everything.
And then you'll know how to beat me up when we switch sides. And then all of what I've done beforehand will change.
Why don't we move to a place more conducive to calm conversation? I've been working here for some days now at an old friend's behest. If it is agreeable, we may make use of my accommodation at Poiton Oikos. We were meant to meet. I am certain of it. Else I wouldn't have marked you so clearly, and sent you unto myself in the past. It's precisely the sort of mischief I would get up to. And quite inspired, if I do say so myself.
Oh, jeez. Oh, that is awesome. Okay. My apologies, but before we move along, a colleague has tasked me with a matter which I'd rather not leave unresolved. It involves finding a certain concept, engraved crystal, and the quick-fingered Oreos which made off with it. An Oreo, you say? I think we might have seen the culprit before being distracted by that business with the shark. Would you like us to follow its ethereal trail? That would, of course, lead us only to the Oreos. There is no guarantee that it hasn't dropped or stashed away the crystal you seek. Please, even that much would be enormously helpful. While you're hunting down the thief, I can follow behind and scour the forest floor, just in case. Could I ask you to join the search? I would appreciate another pair of eyes to cover the land to the west of here. I will help you to find Oreos and eat them. Many thanks. There's a small bridge leading into Pointus Oikos. Let us meet up there once we've exhausted our efforts. Now, before I do that, I am going to scour this area for aether currents because I know there's one up here. To the northeast. Should be right over here. Probably behind that tree. Oh, maybe a little further. Oh, there it is. I sees it. Man ball! No, Tim, it's not a man bear pig.
I wasn't gonna say anything about man bear pig.
No, it's a man bull, not a man bear pig.
What's a manotaur?
Aether occurrence, where are you hiding? Southwest? So over this way? Oh my god, this story. Whoa, sweet! Frickin' antler coral. I think I've seen them before, but I don't remember them being like that. I can't remember if I saw one of those like that before. Oh, I love the corals. I want that mount so bad. That is definitely the mount I want.
Oh man, that gear looks awesome.
I don't care about the gear. I want the coral mount. The coral moose.
The moral?
No, it's a melaninion.
You didn't get it at all. God damn it, Chris.
You're welcome. Yes, I want a moral. Coral moose.
Dude, I look like the Witch King from Lord of the Rings. Yours fantastic.
Where's this? To the east, saying it's this way. How many do I still need? 5. This one will make it 4. What did it say? 340 ohms to the northwest. So that way. Oh my god, they're awesome! I mean, I have a coral mount, but I want that mount. That thing is so much cooler.
Your Canadian's coming out, man.
What, the moose? The coral moose?
Yes.
It's a cat and a moose put in one. It's awesome.
Like I said, your Canadian's coming out.
That would be an awful combination.
What, a cat moose? That's what that is.
Yeah, because it would like
No, I
totally
mean,
like
yeah.
kick you off of the edges
It
and
would
break all your
kill
shit.
everything, everywhere.
I
Just
know
because
what
it's part cat the size of a moose. That's a horrible combination.
I know, cats are nature's greatest murderers, and
Freaking, isn't pretty much a full-size tiger pretty much close to being a moose?
Fuck no. Have you ever seen an actual, like, bull moose?
I know they're big, but I thought tigers were pretty damn big. Even lions. Actually, lions, aren't they bigger, lions, than tigers?
take a line and add about 300 pounds or more on it, and then you get a moose.
I don't know. They actually say the weight of some lions is pretty high.
Not a moose, dude.
That is fair. I mean, I'm just...
Moose, like, they're gotta be, like, 6 feet at the shoulder, probably.
Okay, that's fair. But I was looking at them though, but their legs, they're all legs. Like, you got your body part, yes.
Well, okay, search them right now.
Okay, let's see here. Let's first start with average weight of a lion. Mass 190 kilograms. Adult 130 kilograms. What? Okay, so about 190 kilograms, it's saying. Average.
180 is about the average weight for male lion, which is 300 and about 80 pounds.
Uh, 380 to 700 kilograms. Okay, so they definitely double to triple the weight, if not quadruple the weight of a lion.
The moose can go up about 1,500 pounds, so about triple.
I'm looking at average weight.
Yeah, an average weight for a moose is between 840 to 1,500 pounds for an adult bull moose.
It's not saying yet here. It's saying 380 to 700 kilograms.
Yes, 2.26 pounds per kilogram. So 380 is about 840, and 700 is about 1,500.
I wasn't talking about the weight.
You're
All of,
damn
the entire
converting
Splitting
shit.
hairs now.
well, I said what the lion was in kilograms, and I said what the moose was in kilograms, and he's trying to change the entire subject. Like, why are you trying to flip the weight thing on me?
Okay, just to
you
be
have to
fair,
learn.
why don't you say them in stone now?
Well, what? I don't know if Google could give me that answer. I don't know. I've lost my track here. So,
Half a ton to 1.5 ton.
did Google actually give you the answer?
No.
Oh, jeez.
But yeah, there's a reason why moose take off the top of cars when they get hit by vehicles. Or their horns fall into the bloody windshield.
Well, see, all they've done with this concept, though, is they took more of the,
Well, yeah, they stuck the horns on a cat.
well, more of a, what you call it, what are they, cheetah version of the cat.
Well, where's its therapy dog then?
What?
That's what all cheetahs need.
I'm so
Cheetahs are like such an anxious animal that in like zoos and stuff, they generally have a therapy dog that they grow up with because they like need companionship and yeah, like look it up.
Now, can you imagine a moose that shows you its belly going, hey? You're like, oh my god, no, it's a trap.
I don't know how it could do that. Its moose antlers would prevent it from turning over.
But it's like, even with like a tiger, if you had a pet tiger, you could never turn your back on it.
No, look at Siegfried and Roy. Freaking thing finally got his.
Exactly.
He finally got his just desserts, and a couple of legs and limbs. And I don't think that's too soon. That's been decades.
Has it been more than a decade since that happened?
A decade is 10, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it should have been more than 10 years. It's almost been 20 years. Because wasn't it in the 90s?
No, it was 2000 something.
Yeah, the 90s he like got bit on the arm, but he actually
And
didn't like die until the 2000s.
Was it Siegfried that got, or was it Roy?
Whichever one they replaced,
One
I
of them
can't
did.
remember.
Did.
You're the new Roy.
If I spell his name right.
Yay, it dinged me.
Well, it just wants to put them both in there. I think it was 2003.
Oh snap, I got 3 player accommodations from that.
Nice, congrats. They were probably a party.
Which dungeon?
I did a frontline.
Okay, so it was 2003 is when they got attacked, which means it's 2 years or less than 2 years. Well, October, so about 2 years less than being 2 decades.
Not 2 decades. Nope, doesn't
Still,
count.
whatever.
No.
Okay, splitting hairs, mister. Since you just called us out for splitting hairs, way to go and splitting hairs.
Yeah.
Okay, 313
like
yums to the northeast. Okay, so we're still going up that way and that way. Well, at least it's some entertaining conversation, I guess. Still, I want that as a mount. I petition that to be a mount. It has to be. That thing is too freaking cool. Screw all these unicorns and birds and stuff like that. It gotta give me my moose, my cat moose.
You can't handle the cat moose.
Oh, I can handle it. It is
Or
amazing.
should we call it the coos?
The goose? That's worse than your, what is your, moral?
Moral.
The moral of the story is don't buy a cat moose.
Moral, is that a cat moose or a mushroom?
What? How would it be a mushroom? There's no L in mushroom.
There's actually a mushroom called a morel mushroom.
Yeah, but we weren't calling it a morel.
You call it moral. That's how the Hicks call it.
Mushrooms no bueno.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with mushrooms. Don't act like my brother.
I eat mushrooms if they're proper mushrooms.
You used to never eat mushrooms.
That's because they were never proper mushrooms.
Oh, please. There's only one kind of mushroom. Mushrooms.
Yes, portobello.
What?
I don't want to go there. I'm probably pissed off every freaking agriculturalist in the world right now. There's about 130 different freaking species of mushroom.
Okay, why don't you look up how many species of mushroom there are?
I don't want to know.
Okay, do it, Tim. Do it.
Oh.
It's pudding away.
Oh God, I know. I heard something.
Hey Siri,
but...
how many different mushrooms are there?
All right, isn't it just the fungus species?
Approximately 14,000.
It was just
I
wanted someone to come in and do Nerd Rage. Why'd you gotta ruin that?
You can cut that down by about, I want to say about 8,000 if you ask for edible mushrooms.
He never specified.
I didn't specify. Why we never got into edible. I just said mushrooms. Or mushrooms. And then watch the entire internet freaking go into rage mode. Including the people in my channel. Because it's amazing to watch them go, "Ah!" Scream. Northwest, where the... Oh, is it up there? Uh-oh, go away, man, bear, pig. It's an Elpis Minotaur. So you think an Elpis Minotaur is safe to put out in the wild, but you didn't think it was safe to put out a Fenrir. The Minotaur literally has a club that wants to beat people. He wants to beat me up right now.
Well, they're not out in the wild if they're still up in Elpis.
That is true. They haven't determined if it's not a good, safe thing to put out there. That is a good point. But they also haven't determined that it's evil yet. And yet it just ran after me. So I could tell you it's evil.
And most likely will not make it to their theories. I'll be right back.
395 to the north. That is going to be up there somewhere. Yeah. But it's going to make me go higher. Okay. I will leave that part for now. Continuing on. I've finished this island at least. We'll have a look to see how many more are left. 2 more are left. Sweet. And then, of course, the quest ones, of course. Let's look up and grab this. Okay, now moving on. Let's begin. I gotta find this guy. My quest is to find where this guy went. The guy that's running me around right now. So I've saved them time. I'm bringing them to them. Oh my god, I want those things so bad. Seriously, best mount ever. Give it to me now. Look at this thing. It's freaking amazing. I would love to ride that thing. That is fucking large though. Holy shit.
What would you sit right in the middle of the horns?
No, we would sit down in the back.
You wouldn't be able to see a goddamn thing.
Well, I'm magical. Maybe he'll flatten his body while we're flying.
What?
Here, I'll show you what a coral looks like without the horns.
I know what they look like. I've seen them before.
I don't think you have. Or you'd be questioning. Or you wouldn't be questioning it. Because I know where we sit on those ones and it's the same thing. Well, sort of.
Ooh, level 89 dungeon.
There we are. Summon. See? Look at that. I don't see past it. See where my head is?
Yes, well, it doesn't have like 6 foot of horns on top of its head.
But I can't still see past it. Its head is still shoulders.
What the fuck? Who taught you how to argue? This is not.
So all I'm doing is well, he's
Yes,
got way
now
more arch.
go sit next to one of go sit
It's got
next
way
to
more
the other
arch. Way more arch in the back. Like, holy shit, there's way more arch. I want it! I want to ride it so bad. I want that
You
mount.
would be looking right at that kind of scale, right at the
I have
bottom of its
magical
neck
power.
there.
I have magical powers. I can sense where I'm going. And you know what? He's my god. He'll drive me where I need to go. It will telepathically be linked.
Imagine all the shit that he's gonna catch when you're going under trees and shit.
Well, no, because he's going to do the driving. We're going to be linked like, you know how...
How could that fly? It's just gonna go straight down.
Let me... Basically, you know how we communicate with... what's her name? Marion. Or, sorry. Medion. Wow, I can't say her name now all of a sudden.
You probably never could say her name.
I probably
I was gonna say, could he say it before?
Okay, well, you know how she communicates with emotions. It'll probably be the same thing. which means we'll be guiding each other with emotions and telepathical links. It can happen. Trust me, I got some mounts in here that make
I
no
am not even
sense.
going to explain to you why that would be a
Telepathically.
horrible idea.
I got mounts in here that don't even make sense. See, I can't even see past this guy's head. But here, let's see if I have another mount in here that might make sense, or not make sense, but somehow exists. Let's see here. Does this one work?
What is
Yeah.
Zero trying to guess your age in the chat?
No, that's his cue coming in. See? I can't... How am I supposed to see past this thing? See? See, your argument isn't valid because I still can't see past anything. See, these mounts exist, which means there's obviously another way to communicate, and so the mounts still know where to go properly. Because I cannot see
Clearly,
past this thing.
your body's numb and therefore you wouldn't be able to even try anyway because of the electricity that's coursing all over.
Correct. So explain to me how I can't have that mount when I can ride this one.
Because I don't want you to have it. You're not going to have it now. I've spoken.
No, that is my mount. That is gonna be. They have to give me that mount.
I'm going to speak to Yoshi P.
They will not give you that mount. You're gonna
And be
just
like,
have to
hey
figure.
dude,
You have to figure out how
there's
to
this
take
dude
some
named
moose ears on
Dragonfire.
here.
Can you do me a favor and fuck him over?
No, Yoshi P, if you're watching
Thanks,
my
Yoshi P. You're the best.
Yoshi P, if you're watching my stream or ever watch my stream in the future, give me that mount, please. I beg you. That is the best thing ever. I want that mount so bad.
Don't
That
give
is-
it to his Canadianism.
This is the best mount ever. It's got to be mine. It doesn't even need to fly. I don't care if it flies.
Give him one the size of a tartar. Make it miniature.
Oh God, I don't even want to see that on a Toru.
the seat is up in the antlers too. So it's tiny and he has this giant bunny girl sitting on its antlers.
What? Well, let's see. How would that look? Let me just kind of get
That
closer.
would be just the chair.
A chair right on the antler space right there. Well, actually, it looks like you could kind of rest your arms on the front antler part. Oh no, you didn't see me. Playing with fire, trying to check things to the mount simulator. What? Oh my God. He's trying to tell you how many numbers he's got to get into the game, since he's now calling it a mount simulator. Okay, so why are you not in Discord and typing a chat, huh? I mean, yes, type in chat. That's fine. Don't you want that mount, Zero? That mount is amazing. I would love that as a mount. Yeah, see? He even thinks it'd be cool. And there, we'll give that one to Keith. He can have that mount to ride.
Huh?
Keith wants the Manitor.
That's what I'm saying. You can have the Manitor to ride.
No, the Manitor needs to ride Keith.
That's where I was trying to go with.
No.
He'll sit there and beat him with his club. Come on, baby, let's go!
I would ride on its shoulder, thank you very much.
You wish it was Raban. Oh, yeah, our last searcher returns. I am afraid the Oreos no longer had the crystal, nor was I able to find it as I followed in its wake. Yes, Zero, they have Oreos and they're Spriggans. I don't suppose you've fared any better. I have a corrupted crystal for you, or a concept crystal for you. Because I'm amazing at finding things. A crystal, well done. Wonderful. Now I can focus on your tale without that missing concept nagging at my mind. Have you always had a knack for finding things? I have often been asked to do so. Traveling and searching go hand in hand. That is true. Traveling and searching go hand in hand. You travel often then. It seems we have something in common. Long ago, when I held the seat of Azem, I was forever trekking back and forth across the star in search of answers to people's problems. Natural, the need for such journey has lessened considerably since I entrusted the position to my whimsical successor. Yet I am still eager to come running should an old acquaintance or new interests require my personal attention. That is what brings me to Elpis. In fact, many times has my presence been requested, my opinions sought concerning the habitats of this or that creations. Agreeing to help locate that missing crystal was a minor distraction, which now promises to become a major revelations. How strange and wonderful it is, the way one thing leads to another. Would you agree? Oh, I'm 87, partway through. Mana is in a cheerful mood. Heidelin is in a cheerful mood. Thank you again for your timely help. Now then, 'tis time I return this stolen property. If you would go on ahead to my accommodations, I will join you as soon as I have attended to the task. Follow the path straight ahead to the building at the top of the slope. I have the entire place to myself, so we can speak without fear of being disturbed or overheard. It would be great for the Lalafell if it was hanging off the antlers. What are you making the Lalafell's antler earrings? Is that what you're trying to suggest? Zero was saying that the Lalafell should hang off the antlers.
No, the Lalafell, you should get like a car or something, and the Lalafell should be like hanging off the window like a Garfield.
Okay, here we are. Welcome to my temporary abode. Please make yourself at home while I put on some tea.
Ah, a wonderful aroma. I feel more relaxed already.
Ah, the music in the background.
Would that I had sweetmeats to offer, but I travel light out of habit. There's plenty of hot water though, so please have as much tea as you like. Now then.
So the level 89
Will you tell us your
dungeon has
tale?
548 gear.
Nice. Now to... Calamity called the final days has befallen the world. The world has been sundered, broken into shards. Mankind is being forced to flee the star. Can't really talk about the final days. world has been sundered, broken into shards. Or mankind is being forced to flee the star. Mankind is being forced to flee the star. Let's do that one.
Ooh. Quick arm materia 9.
Why don't you start from the beginning?
Would be better if it was crit, but because it seems like everybody only ever wants crit.
That's a load of crit.
Don't you mean that's a ludicrous?
Good lord.
That was sad. Let's try though.
But ludicrous. But ludicrous.
It's worse if you explain it.
Yeah. But he's old, he doesn't know better.
You think somebody 5.4 billion years old would have learned how to make a proper joke by now?
No, it's called dad jokes, remember?
You have to have kids to make that joke.
No, you don't.
If you don't have kids, they're just sad jokes.
Wow. You're a sad joke.
I have kids, so yes I am.
Preposterous. Utterly preposterous.
While not the words I would have chosen, I too have my doubts. Much of it borders on the incredulous. What of you, Vanar?
Not knowing the precise details of the first final days, it is difficult to determine the veracity of the tale. Supposing it is all true, I must ask myself why I would do what I did. Why would I feel I had no recourse but to oppose the 14 and create this Heidelin?
These dungeons
Circumstances
just only ever
change,
let
of
you go in
course.
fucking healing gear, though.
But it would not have been an easy decision regardless.
No, I've been getting some slaying gear. I get like maybe 1 or 2 pieces on the first run through.
No,
Whoa,
there
he's
must
a
have been a
motherfucking
reason.
dude.
One compelling enough to force
Yeah, I
me to
was
take
really
such
excited about
drastic
that
measures.
last dungeon. I was gonna go, and that's one of those ones you have to run as a trust just because of the group.
Then there is the Elpis flower, which I said would serve as a guide. That it's of import to your mission is plain, but your presence here leads me to believe that this place also holds significance. But what could it be? What are we meant to accomplish?
Might it not be simply thus? In the future, whence she came, the final days could not be averted. Mankind has no choice but to flee the star. By alerting us to that eventuality, perhaps you wish to pave the way for other futures.
Theoretically speaking, it is a possibility. Yet if that were my primary objective, I see no reason to guide our friend to Elpis specifically. The capital and Amarot, or even my own home would be more logical destinations.
True, true. I note also that Heidelin did not specify a point in time to which she must return. By this, it may be inferred that it was not critical that we should meet.
Alternately, she had reason to believe that our paths would converge, coincidental though it may seem.
This is quite a puzzle, and we do not have all the pieces.
Hardly any. But we do have one immutable fact. If the final days are indeed as described, they will bring death to all that I hold dear. Yet despite being afforded long years of preparation, the only provisions I could make were for flight. Nay, my first and foremost endeavor would be to find a way to forestall the coming doom.
Given that even the 14 failed, mayhap you deemed it impossible.
Nothing is impossible. This I have always believed. And if Hydaelyn is indeed me, she would believe the same.
Listen to yourself. Are you seriously entertaining the notion that you are a messianic figure in some far-fetched tale? Well, I will not. I refuse to accept that our world could be undone by some unforeseen calamity. I also take offense to my portrayal as a megalomaniacal madman. To sacrifice oneself for the star is a noble act, and I would hold those who gave themselves to this zodiac in the highest esteem. Yet, you claim I recreated Amarot and populated it with phantoms of our people? A bizarre indulgence that would be insulting to their memory. Worse still, I even invited you there. Literally invited my own downfall.
So it's gotta be
Why
one of
would
the
I do
coolest
something
dungeons.
so idiotic and inexplicable? Now, I will allow that the hypothetical task of restoring our
Is it
world
in,
would be daunting in the
Charlian?
extreme. The thought of having to bear such a burden for 1,000 lives horrifies me.
Yeah, I'm gonna be starting my run through Charlian
But
soon
I
enough
would
here.
never forsake my duty. I would never forsake my brethren. You do not know me. I've had my fill of your fiction. I will return to my duty, and you will not bother me again.
MSL did not like that response at all.
Wait!
So sad.
Well, when you learn that you might end up being a giant douche.
You've
Well,
seen
yeah.
much of Elpis already. If you have any observations to share, I should like to hear them.
Yeah, Dragon. How did you take
Even
when
though
you
he's
found out?
not, but
What? What the hell?
create a freaking fairly evil empire, so
Dynamis is the key to all of this. Hermes and Meteon are somehow involved. I'm still trying to make sense of it all. Dynamis is the key. That is for sure. But so is Hermes and Meteon. Has to be the Dynamis thing.
Ah yes, the energy distinct from ether. Though not my field, I have a basic understanding of Dynamis. And you say Hermes researched the phenomenon in the course of creating Meteon? Yes, I believe this warrants further investigation. With that settled, 'tis time for action. missing pieces of the puzzle are here, I'm certain of it. And when you find them, the picture my future self has painted will be complete, and you will have your answer. Now suffice it to say, I will aid you in your quest. Have faith. If Emmet Selk is the man Azum described to me, we've not seen the last of him.
We have not. Shall we begin our investigations then? Yes, I want to know more. I am acquainted with Hermes, of course, but only as a visitor received by the chief overseer of Elpis. Of the man himself, I know only that which is common knowledge. Thus I suggest we fall back on the tried and true method of conversing with the locals, the observers, who live here and can surely tell us more of Hermes and Meteon, and have a good idea of where we might begin. Oh, this gets better and better. Oh, tell me more. I see you, the woman standing in front of yonder building. Her name is Meanie. She is the one who made arrangements for my stay in Elpis, and from what I recall, she has held her position here for quite some time. Chances are she can provide us with some insight. Go and ask your questions. I will help with drawing out answers if need be, but I leave the choice of topic up to you. Okay, over there. Hello. Questions for me? Well, I suppose I have no other pressing duties at the moment. The following events cannot be skipped. Okay, so long quest stuff. Greetings, Ismi. My friend here is desperately curious about Chief Hermes, and I was wondering if you might indulge her. Certainly, Mr. Fana, anything to be of service. What do you wish to know? What kind of person is Hermes? What are Hermes' interests? What kind of person is Hermes? Well, I can only answer from my own experiences, but I'll describe him as a quiet man, reserved, you might say, and occasionally somewhat poor with his choice of words. His reticent nature, however, does not prevent him from carrying out his duties as chief overseer. The man is a walking archive when it comes to life forms. He can discuss any species in incredible detail and is the leading authority on concepts with the power of flight. I hope that answers your question. Was there anything else? How long was Median been here? Do you know of Median's abilities? How long has Median been here? I cannot roughly say. As the chief personal creation, Median has not been subjected to observation and study like other concepts. So one day she was simply there, and what do you make of her abilities? I understand that she is highly unusual, familiar, able to read emotions and communicates directly with one's mind. Exactly how she was created with that talent, however, is a mystery to me. My apologies, I wish I could explain her nature in more depth, but I had not had occasion to discuss it with Chief Hermes. Do you wish you knew him better? Do you trust him? Do you trust him?
Never.
I beg your pardon. I know Chief Hermes for many years. Though I cannot say we are close, he has never withheld information to the detriment of our duties, if that is what you mean. Forgive us, we seem to have veered slightly off course here. Is there perhaps someone else who could tell us more about Median? It's hundreds of years, thousands, billions. What? Do we know how far back in the past this is? Like hundreds of... I don't know. I gotta...
From the earlier discussion, it was after the first calamity, well before the second. So, I believe it's several hundred years.
Well, no, there's a lot more time than that passed. Because they mention... I gotta know when
They haven't summoned Zodiark yet.
Yeah, because they haven't even summoned Zodiark yet. The final days haven't even approached yet. So they could have years before that. But I would have to remember, because yes, it comes down to the calamity before the summoning of Zodiark. And that's where I would have to remember. I would have to do a little more research on it to get a little closer estimate. But right now I can't remember the numbers. So that's why I can't give the proper estimate number. That would be Timios. He has a similar expertise with flying concepts and is more than eager to discuss the subject. You'll find him conducting his observations on the banks of the stream, somewhere to the east. Oh, and unless you take a particular joy in rambling discourse, I suggest you keep your questions concise. We shall keep that in mind. Thank you for your patience and your insight. Think nothing of it. If there is aught else you need during your stay, please do not hesitate to ask. I'm doing great. I think we've taken enough of whatever. Time. Fuck it. When your mouth just gets dry, you can no longer make words. Okay. Our investigation is off to a fine start, wouldn't you agree? From here, I propose that we split up. I shall continue making inquiries with the residents' observers. If you could track down the colleague Ismini mentioned. While I did feel compelled to interject once or twice during that previous conversation, you seem more than capable of drawing forth the answers you seek. All I ask is that you watch your footing around the stream. We can meet back here once you finish speaking with Timaeus.